Hi chaps, MOP here from Beard, Biceps and Batchat. This is the, well, I say long-awaited T59 gameplay. I think this was my second or third game in the Type 59, so bear with me, there is no Sixth Sense, so there are undoubtedly going to be some very special moments. So obviously this tank has preferential matchmaking, so I'm never going to see above tier 9, so we are in a predominantly tier 8 slash tier 9 game. Sixth Sense isn't going to matter a huge amount in this game just because it's Pacific. That's not the problem, it's because it's Typhoon. As you can see from my view range cone, everyone's view range is, I think, cut by 50% rather than a set amount of meters. So it's a pain for everyone, light tanks included. It's just an absolute pain in the bottom. So what I'm going to look to do is I have a nice little location that works very well with the Type 59's 10 degrees of gun depression. That I think it's going to be quite useful in this map. I'm going to go to I suppose an engagement point in this map, which is around G3. And I don't like particularly just going to engagement points in mediums, especially support mediums. I like to go in positions that can, oh there we go, cheeky little chap, first shot into him. I like to go to positions that can get shots into the engagement zones while I'm not the focus of enemy fire. This isn't going to plan at this point. You can see me losing a lot of health here. I was fairly confident actually that I would sort of bounce more shots than I did there. So you're going to see me doing a couple of things during this video. Now the pretty much front right and right hand side of this tank is an ammo rack or an engine. So you're going to see me constantly readjusting myself just to protect that side. I'll let you know when it happens. There'll be slight wiggles, just ever so slight readjustments, as you can see here where I'm going down. I'll keep my right hand side pretty much focused to where there are no enemies that I'm aware of. So this Muzzleland's pretty distracted, so I'm going to look to get a couple of shots into him. Again, rather than push past him, I'm going to reverse, keep my left hand side to him, just readjusting again, left hand side, so he can't get my engine. Until the other shot comes and gets me. Bit of a nightmare. So we're fairly low HP, we've done, I wouldn't say mistakes, but we definitely got surprised by a couple of enemies, a couple of cheeky chaps. So what I'm going to look to do is just sort of slow down my gameplay just a little bit, take stock of the situation. I can see in front of me we've got 2 or 3 heavies who I'm a one hit to. So what I want to do is start getting shots into distracted, lonely enemies like that Type 59 who is by himself, essentially surrounded. He's in the exact same position I was in. I've just decided to pull out of my position just to be a bit more effective and just to, well, live that little bit longer and just to be that little bit more useful, as I am still technically a one hit to pretty much anything on the map. Now our push down the right hand side of the map has been quite successful. Good shots. I may as well clap myself at that point. I'm going to be using this hill just to be quite, I don't want to say tricky, that's not the right word. In case I'm spotted, this hill's going to cover my lower glaciers and just show my turret. The turret is the best armor in the Type 59. I'm at 334 meters, so unless I get spotted by something, a scout, of which they don't have any, or an aggressive pushing medium, there's only 2 mediums left and I'm pummeling shots into one, they're not going to spot me at this view range, so I can just farm damage, throw shots in and get my second kill. So go back to what I was saying, the push down the right hand side is smashed through. They're holding us quite well on the left hand side, even though they're outnumbered. So the Reds on that side are doing a great job holding that flank. I wish I knew they were, give them a little bit of a shout out, but they're doing their job very well. So I've got a couple of options here. I can push onto that Red there, the T32. To me, I'm not going to get any damage, he's on fire, and medium's dealing with him. The kind of last 2 other heavies are over here, so I'm going to push onto that side and look to get some shots into a distracted T10. Now that 410 damage it did is above average. The average damage for this tank is I think 277, exactly the same as the Motherland or the T51 Proto. But what I wanted to show in this replay more than anything else was how to use this gun's, well, how to use the characteristics of this tank which is obviously the gun depression, getting in places where you can use that gun depression, utilising your turret armour even when you've lost HP, and also just making sure you're constantly realigning yourself so your left hand side is the side you are angling, and then not getting shots, not shite, on your vulnerable right hand side. So we've ended that game with 100k silver. This is a silver making machine, 3k damage, and not too bad. I hope you're enjoying this, chaps. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you next time, chaps.